All right, fellas. Babyface or heel. Now, for those who may not know what babyface heel means in wrestling terminology, babyface means good guy, hero. Heel means bad guy, villain. So I came up with a list of athletes or celebrities, and me and the panel, we are going to determine whether they are a babyface, heel, or a tweener. So y'all stay tuned because we got something. First one, the Diesel, Shaq, babyface.
Hmm.
Even though people will look at it and say tweener because him and rest his soul, the late great Kobe Bryant, their beef, um, the rivalry that they had, but Shaq is funny, hysterical, comical. I mean, a basketball player, a professional athlete having a rap album going platinum. I mean, Shaq's gonna run his mouth. But at the same time, even though he can be sensitive from time to time, I love that about Shaq. And he will come to people's defense, particularly one Angel Reese after what happened with her and RG3.
Bob Griffin.
Yes, Bob.
Bob Griffin.
When I look at Shaq, dominant, forced to be reckoned with, Shaka Claus does a lot of great things. Does a lot of great things in his community, also in New Jersey as well. Like Champ, doesn't take himself too seriously. Likes to goof around, likes to have fun, likes to have a good time, man. Shaq is a baby face because, hey, Shaq knows what it takes. And when Shaq says something and the requirements on how to be great, he just wants what's best. Like he always says, G14 classification.
Hmm.
Reason why he holds the big man accountable because he feels like for a big man, you got to be able to dominate. He always puts that with Joel Embiid. He always does that with Dwight Howard and so many others. But Shaq, man, babyface because he's a funny guy, laughable guy. I mean, you can see he does a lot of philanthropy. Shaq's the life of the party, man. So I got to go babyface. Champ?
Babyface, dude. Shaq was my favorite player, bro. I love Shaq, man.
Not to mention them sneakers, too. I can't forget them sneakers.
I still have a pair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still have a pair. You know I'm a sneakerhead. I just don't talk about it much. Like I said, I don't take my stuff. I don't take myself too serious. I don't get on here and brag. I'm a sneakerhead.
Oh, well, that's true because it's nothing compared to Mama Champ because you told me how much shoes she got.
I got it from somewhere, so I got it from her. So, but yeah, I look, man, Shaq. Look, Shaq was marketing. Look, he was the marketing genius long before social media. If he was in the social media days, as far as playing wise, he would have been even bigger than he was. In the league, and for you to come in during the reign, the prime of Michael Jordan, and people are talking about you constantly, it's crazy. I mean, I never forget, man, when I was a child, man, I seen Shaq I remember Shaq and Taco. I wanted to eat Taco Bell because of Shaq. I wanted to wear Reeboks because of Shaq. I stopped drinking Coke and drunk Pepsi because of Shaq. Reebok because of Shaq. The Reebok pumps because of Shaq. You know, Shaq Diesel, man, the Superman. You know, Shaq. And like I said, when he got on that court, he was the most dominant force that we have ever seen. You will never see another player. And it wasn't pretty either. It wasn't pretty. It was pure domination. When he gets that ball in that post, there was nobody who was going to stop him, man. And I label him as a baby face because not only that, he's a sheriff's deputy. He's a sheriff deputy, you know,
Dr. O'Neal as well.
Dr. O'Neal. I mean, he has a, the thing is this, and here's something I can, when you cannot take yourself serious in the court of public opinion, but accomplished a lot of things behind the scenes that people just will look at you and say, damn, I didn't even know you had that. That's something to behold.
Kind of like with you, champ.
You should, yeah, but yeah, not Shaq.
No,
But
no, I mean, no. I mean, think about it, champ. There are a lot of similarities with Shaq. I mean, you're a 4-time college degree, military man and veteran, do a lot of work. I mean, hey, you got to give yourself more credit than what you do, man.
yeah,
Gonna call
but
you the new. Gonna call you the new Southern Diesel, boy. The new Southern Diesel, man. Come on, we gotta show you some love. Gotta show you
no,
some love, baby. Show you some love.
but to your point, but the thing is, I compare myself to Shaq because guess what? I didn't have to take myself too serious, and I still won. I know, when I was in tip top shape. Now, when I was boxing, yeah, I took myself in serious because you get killed in a boxing ring. But when I went to school and stuff like that, sometimes look, I'm not gonna even brag to you, but good. I didn't even take high school serious, and I still graduated with a 3.6. I did my college work, but sometimes you took a break. It's kind of like that Randy Moss factor. I played when I got ready. I played when I got ready. So it's just like, all right, I'm gonna do my homework tonight. I'm gonna make an A on this test anyway. I already know this because I've been studying while I was at work. I've been studying while I was in the car. I went outside doing, right before the podcast, I put the book up because I didn't want nobody to see me doing it. But I was always doing, you do work behind the scenes because you don't want. And to his credit, he probably didn't want anybody in order to see all the work he was putting in behind the scenes. Because when you do a lot of work and stuff like that, people start criticizing you because of it. But Shaq, he won, wasn't in the greatest shape in the world, was very dominant. There's very, very few people in league history that when you say, if I draft them coming fresh out of where they came from, I got a chance to win a championship every year. Orlando had a chance to win a championship every year. They just had the unfortunate, they just had the unfortunates to be in the same conference with Michael Jordan. When he went to LA, you had a chance to win. You had a chance to win every year. And when he finally got to the optimum of his career, he won damn near every year. 3-peat. So Shaq is a babyface, man. I don't think Shaq has ever done anything just malicious. Now, if you want to talk about a lot of stuff in his personal life, people will kind of point to that because, everybody knows that Shaq loves the ladies, which I don't blame him. So everybody knows that Shaq loves the ladies. But like
him and hoops.
Yeah, I don't blame. Look, I don't look. You see, no man. But them curves is good, boy. But it's hoops.
Yeah, don't try to act like you weren't going to say nothing about hoops. If you can go on here and talk about Joy Taylor's peanut butter skin, you can talk about hoops.
I mean,
hoops
man,
is definitely hooping in that hoops is hooping in that aspect.
Yeah, and she is definitely hooping. She got the curves. Yeah, she got the curves everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame her for that. I don't blame him for Brittany Rayner. I don't blame him for none of that. I did the same thing. So guess what? I'm not gonna knock you for loving the ladies. Shaq loves the ladies, and guess what? Champ does too. So just gonna be real. So look, can't knock Shaq for that, man. Hey man, look, man, it's 2025. We live in a day and age where everybody's out there on Front Street, man. Everybody. Doesn't make it right, but everybody's out on Front Street doing whatever they want to do. So guess what? Don't knock somebody just because they up in age doing what they want to do. So guess what? If we're gonna say people are allowed to date when it's certain rappers and stuff like that, then when Shaq out there doing his thing, be quiet and let him date. Like I said, Shaq loved the ladies. Like I said, consider some of the ladies that he dated, I don't blame him either. So it's hoops. It's Shawnee. Shawnee was fine. His wife was fine. The ladies that he dated, they were fine. You mean to tell me none of y'all are gonna date those women if you have a chance? Of course you would. And if you don't do it on your own volition, at least do it on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? So look, just gonna be real. So, outside of that, go ahead, put Shaq up there, biggest baby face that we have ever known, man. Really, really funny, really comical, man. Make you laugh. Shaq reminds you of that guy that that you can go outside and have a glass of lemonade with, man. Kind of remind me of one of my good friends, man. Kind of remind me of all of y'all, man. I see you, like I said, I love laughing with all of y'all. And I can laugh, especially with PSP and BRF. I know that like I said, we're gonna talk about the stuff off the air. I know there was some stuff that I'll be saying to y'all when I'm in the middle of projects and working, be like this dude right here. But we have a big old laugh about it. It's a big old laugh.
That's what we do.
And then my guy Big Cal, God bless him. Just got off the phone with him right before the show, man. We laugh it out. So man, with Shaq, it's all about having fun. Yes, I'm gonna work, but we gonna play. We gonna have fun. We gonna work, but we gonna play too. We gonna play just as hard as we work, man. And I love that about Shaq, man. Shaq is one of the most successful businessmen and basketball players in the history of the game, man. So you got to give credit where credit's due, man. And don't knock nobody just because they love the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? So shit, the ladies love Shaq. So I mean, I can't blame them there. So hey, man, if you wanna venture around with the diesel, then guess what, man? The diesel want to venture around. Hey, it is what it is.
BRF.
All right. Well, okay. As the Sports BSB podcast, we are live. So every now and then might break a little breaking news here and there. So I got a couple of little items that I want to break to the people out there. Okay, well, first off, I'm a wrestling head. I'm gonna go out and make a call right here that WWE SummerSlam is going to be the PLE of the year. And the reason why I say that is because with the matches that have already been made for the SummerSlam events, because it's going to be the first 2-night event ever. Tonight on SmackDown, they announced a 6-pack tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And let me tell you, as a tag team TLC match fan, it warms my soul knowing that the WWE Tag Team titles made SummerSlam and did not make WrestleMania. It soothes my soul. So, if I'm not mistaken, the teams are going to be the Street Profits, Fraxium, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Andrade, and Ray Phoenix against the Wyatt Six defending the WWE Tag Team Championship. So the match is going to be crazy good. And also, another quick item of breaking news. I'm a baseball head. We just had one of the greatest individual hitting nights in baseball history. I made a video a few days ago about my predictions for who was going to win each award in each league. I'll go back to my American League Rookie of the Year pick. I picked Jacob Wilson from the Oakland A's. I'm about to change that pick. I'm going with Nick Kurtz. And the reason I'm going with Nick Kurtz is because the day against the Houston Astros, on the road, this man just went 6 for 6, 4 home runs, 6-run score, and 8 RBI. One of the greatest individual hitting nights in baseball history. So if you're not following Nick Kurtz and what he's been doing as a 22-year-old rookie, I'm gonna need y'all to get on that. The man has a 1044 on base plus slugging since I believe June. The man is like one of the hottest hitters in the game, like Aaron Judge levels of elite. So if you're not watching Nick Kurtz, watch that man hit. He is a spectacle to watch swing a baseball bat. But with that being said, Shaquille O'Neal is a babyface. I mean, what more is there to say about Shaq that hasn't already been said? Philanthropist, entrepreneur, obviously one of the greatest basketball players in the history of the league. In my opinion, top, definitely a top 5 center of all time lock, arguably top 3 center of all time, most dominant player in the history of the league. In my opinion, only Wilt Chamberlain is in a tier with Shaq in terms of just sheer dominating the court. And really both sides of the court, because Shaq was also, we know about his scoring. We know he's the most unstoppable offensive force we've ever seen in the NBA. But his rim protection shouldn't be slept on at his peak as well. So, but yeah, Shaq's a babyface. I mean, just everything that he's given, as far as like all the sound bites he's given, like not just playing basketball. Some of the interviews he's done, the press conferences he's done, but being one of the vital parts of, in my opinion, the greatest sports analytic show we've ever had, and we've been blessed to have with inside the NBA, with him and Kenny and Chuck. Him and Kenny, Chuck and Ernie, like I'm talking about if you want a real Fantastic Four, it's the inside the NBA crew. And Shaq has always been so good in terms
Acting a
of
fool.
Shaq. Oh my God, one of the greatest segments. I mean, Shaq and the Fool. How can you not have respect for a man who's literally doing the work, doing God's work, to be able to put out some of the funniest plays in the NBA on any given night? Shout out to that. Shout out to that man doing the Lord's work. We salute you, sir. Sometimes if somebody do something stupid on the basketball court, call them out. Have a laugh, have a good time, and keep it pushing. But yeah, Shaq is definitely a baby face for me. And like, yeah, like his contributions, like community work, his entrepreneurship, just knowing, like a lot of these guys go into trying to be an entrepreneur, and they don't necessarily have the knowledge, and they're not always able to really be able to understand how to be a good businessman and how to run a successful business. Shaquille O'Neal owns successful businesses. That's how good of a mind Shaq has to the business ethics side of things. So, being jovial, joking around, never taking himself too seriously, always being the life of things, always having a good time, not afraid to say what's on his mind, but just doing it in a way that's usually classy, that's always funny, but just Shaq is just one of those, like, Shaq is just one of those first class people that you just really have to, like, you got to show the man love. You got to show the man his respect, and you got to get a brother. You got to get a brother's due for everything he's done for sports and what he's doing in the business world. I mean, you worry about Shaq sometimes, because some of the things, like the thing he's the little comment he made about Bob Griffin, about wanting to punch him in the face if he said something else about Angel Reese. You worry about him a little bit, because Shaq being as big as he is, you don't want him to make contact with nobody, because you fear he gonna literally send somebody to the upper room, and we don't want that. We don't want that. We wish no ill will and harm on anybody. Nobody going to the upper room on our watch. But Shaq is a babyface, in my opinion, the truest form. Just one of the great personalities of the sports world, and we got to continue to give a guy like him his flowers while he's still pushing, and while he's still kicking, and while he's still making moves, and while he's still living life on earth. So Shaq is most definitely an undisputed babyface.
All right. Next one. And this should be pretty unanimous. Vontaze Burfict.
Ooh, yeah. Yes.
You can't say too much about him. I just think the board is unanimous, Your Honor.
Yeah. HEEL and keep it pushing.
All right. This one is not an athlete.
Oh.
Celebrity.
Oh.
Kind of shocking one. Martha Stewart.
You know what? She's a tweener, man. She's a tweener because certain comments that she may have made, but at the same time, it's funny as hell seeing her cook with Snoop. That is funny to me. That's very funny to me because I never would have suspected her doing that. But then not to mention the whole her being Bernie Madoff Jr. as far as with the insider trading thing going on where she had to go to baby jail for about a year, I think. So I'll say a tweener at this point because at the same time she was able to come back from that. Like I said, her cooking with Snoop and the relationships that she has now, she was able to come back from making that comment and you know unfortunately for her, with the insider trader situation, I think she was able to come back from that, and get back in the good graces of everybody. But yeah, she that's a that's a funny one. What's so
I say
funny?
Babyface.
I'm with PSP on that. Because I was thinking about it. I'm with PSP on this.
Martha's got some black in her, and lately, I mean, to hook up with Snoop,
I mean, never mind.
and then not just that, y'all. Do you remember? And I'm quite sure y'all watched this. Do you remember the roast of Justin Bieber?
I believe, yes.
I mean, look, Snoop. It wasn't just Snoop who was attracted to Martha. Even Shaq.
But never mind. Like I said, I ain't gonna tell myself on national fucking TV.
Oh Lord,
but
Lord.
Might be somebody out there watching.
In the words of Trump, Lord have mercy.
Look, Rick Ross even tried to make the move on Martha Stewart.
I mean, look, but the thing is, everybody look when they say she's a full baby face because of some of the comments that she had made about one of her little friends or whatever, and people kind of gave a backlash on it and stuff like that, and the insider trade and stuff. But she was able to come back from that. But I mean, I mean, any given Sunday, Willie beaming. So yeah. So
could you imagine that though? Rick Ross, boy, Martha Stewart be like, can you imagine that? That would be great. Yeah, I'm honest. Honestly, I'm with PSP though, man. I think Martha Stewart I think she's a baby face. I honestly think she's a baby face because she had to. In the words of Cat Williams, Martha went to jail over a hookup. She went to jail over a hookup. Shout out to the great Cat Williams. But no, man, Martha's a baby face because it's like the thing I respect about Martha Stewart is she's not afraid to take risks in terms of the entertainment world. She's not afraid to take a risk. She's not afraid to try something different. Come on, man. A show with her and Snoop Dogg cooking. How is that not one of the biggest risks in like all of entertainment? And they succeeded in that. That was one of the more popular shows we had seen in a long time. They succeeded. And I mean, come on, man. Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart having a friendship. Who would have thunk? Who'd have thought we'd have seen that? And they made it work to perfection because they are like on the complete opposite ends of the life spectrum. And they made it work to perfection. So that's respect. That's admiration and that's respect. And we already know about, what brought her to the dance is, Martha Stewart living. That's what brought her to the dance for all this. So yeah, like I said, she had the insider trading. She went to jail, but like Champ said, like y'all said, she was able to kind of, regroup. She got herself back on track. And look where she's at now. She's like one of the more beloved faces and personalities in the entertainment world. So I gotta agree with PSP on this. I think Martha Stewart is a babyface because even when she was going through the insider trading, it was like you never hated Martha. You never hated Martha Stewart. You
There
never
wasn't even
hated her.
that. You didn't really hear that much. You're like Martha Stewart going
Exactly.
down, and then for her
There
to
was
have a cooking show with Snoop. Hmm.
there was never no vitriol really thrown in her direction going through that whole situation. So it's like she would just it was like people were ready. It was like people were ready for her to get through it, get out, do some more cooking, and just kind of do what you were doing before you went to jail in the first place. So it's like, Martha Stewart's a babyface for me. I gotta agree with PSP on that. It's hard. It's hard to hate, really, like it's hard to speak mean or ill will on Martha Stewart. So I gotta go babyface.